Welcome back to What the Flicks. I'm Gabby.
I'm Harrison.
Happy New Year, you guys. We would have put out a new episode a lot sooner, but last week's episode got a little messed up. So here we are, redoing last week's episode.
Yeah.
Or at least the topic.
Yeah. It is what it is, you know?
It's Stuff very happens. Annoying. But at least you guys get to see our faces. What's good? I hope you don't think we're ugly.
Yeah.
And if you do, keep it to yourself. Because, I mean, your soul is probably ugly.
Talk to him. Yeah, I don't feel like I look that good right now. But
oh, hush. You always be beautiful to me.
Thank you, and vice versa.
Please follow us on Spotify to get notifications when we upload before we get started.
Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and now YouTube.
Yes. And all of our social medias have the same name, and they will be in the description below. It's all what the underscore. No,
Fleeks.
It's not.
It's what the flicks.
Right. No, there's an underscore. See, I didn't forgot what it was. Oh my gosh, that's why it's gonna be in the description. I done made all the socials, forgot what it is. There's an underscore somewhere.
Yeah.
It's what underscore the flicks, or it's what underscore the underscore flicks, but I don't remember where the underscore goes.
Either way, y'all gonna have to look at it in the description. Either way.
Yeah, y'all gonna forget by the time this episode's over. It's okay. That's why it's in the description below.
Yeah. Make sure y'all like and subscribe as well, so we can get these views and interactions up.
Please. Thank you. We love you guys.
Love y'all.
You guys that's been here with us since we started, we appreciate you. And you new guys, we like you too.
Welcome. Just welcome.
I'm Gabby, he's Harrison. Welcome. So grab your popcorn and your water and let's set it all in. So this week, just like last week, we're doing indie movies. We're giving indie movies some good old love.
Yep. Gabby's A1 stop shop. She's a pro at these indie films.
I wouldn't say that. I like all movies, but I do love a good indie movie. So just to let you guys know who don't know what an indie movie is, it's just any independently produced movie. That just means any movie that was distributed by a company that's not a major production company like Universal Studios or
Paramount, Columbia Pictures, Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's a good Warner Brothers. Yeah, that kind of those bigger studios. So our first movie, I'm gonna say is Dream Scenario. New movie. It was really good. This might be a hot take, but A24 is technically an independent studio. It's a studio, but it's kind of independent because I'm gonna say it this way. A24 funds independent projects because a lot of the projects that come from A24 have been at least styled as independent films. Like, because when you see an indie movie, no matter what genre it is, because they tend to be like low budget films, because it's not typically funded by a big production company, it has a certain style. And that's why they tend to be loved by such a niche community.
Yeah.
A24 really actually has that. And it tends to be why those movies are so good. Even their bigger productions like Hereditary or Midsommar,
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Right. And Dream Scenario actually was produced by the guy that wrote Midsommar. That directed Midsommar and Hereditary. But these projects, they're distributed by and directed by different people within this one distribution company.
Mm-hmm. And like, I've always said that, A24 really started popping off, I want to say, what would you say, like maybe 2017, 2018?
Later than that.
Way later. Probably like, honestly, probably after COVID.
I would say like really started popping off after Everything Everywhere All at Once. Well, maybe a little bit earlier than that. I would say around Midsommar. When Midsommar came out, that's when it really started popping, because I think Hereditary really didn't give it that bump.
Yeah, no facts.
Hereditary really wasn't the one. Everybody knows that scene where homegirl's head, the thing happened. Happened. Yep. But my camera started shaking. But but Midsommar really got it some heat. And then some more movies started coming out, like Everything Everywhere All at Once, which really shook everybody. Mm-hmm. Everybody was loving that movie.
Jamie Lee Curtis didn't deserve that award. I'm just gonna say that for right now. Phenomenal actress.
That's not even a hot take. Stephanie Hsu should have won that award, hands down. Mm-hmm. Hands down on the table. Stephanie Hsu should have won that award.
Facts. Like, come on now. She was barely in it. Jamie Lee Curtis was barely in it.
Yeah. Joju Tubaki, whoever the name of the character was, it was Joju Tubaki. I always say it wrong. What's the name of her character?
Yeah.
And it was just an insane character, awesome styling, just amazing.
She killed it.
Awesome. Costume department, hands down, didn't get their flowers. They never really do, but hands down, awesome costume department.
She made everybody think of what an everything bagel is. Like everything, like I don't.
You put everything on a bagel.
Exactly. It's like
it was just like
that metaphor was just spot on. Just spot on.
It had you looking into everything bagel, like
every person that goes to an Einstein's Bagels or something. It's everything.
I work around bagels. You know how many times I hear everything bagel in a day? Anyway, back to Dream Scenario.
Yeah.
My point about A24 was really that A24 is not it's becoming a big production company, but it started off small. Mm-hmm. They produce really good content, but they produce independent projects.
Exactly.
They distribute independent projects to an extent, is what I'm saying. It's like Shark Tank is what I think of them as. Like somebody handing out money to like somebody like a philanthropist handing out money to like an independent, like somebody having a good idea, and a philanthropist handing out money to somebody that needs it for a great idea.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. That's a really good analogy for that. Because like, I've been saying that, since A24 started popping off, I think in my heart of hearts, I'm always going to think of them as an independent film production company. But I think in the next, like maybe 3 or 4 years, people are going to start looking at them as, the Paramounts, the Columbia Pictures, Warner Bros., 20th Century Fox type production companies.
Because I
which is
definitely
well
think they're gonna
deserved.
get taken there. Yeah, they're definitely gonna get taken there pretty soon.
Hmm.
Um, one production company that hasn't really gotten moved there yet, and they've been in business for a long time, is Blumhouse,
I was
because
gonna say,
Blumhouse has a
yep.
particular style, and horror is not really taken serious that much in the movie sphere.
Hmm.
It's just not like respected as much as other movies are because people just think that it doesn't take that much to make a horror movie.
Right. Plus, it's oversaturated with a whole bunch of takes on thriller and horror films, and it's kind of hard to, um, I guess, how do you say it? Um, like actually, like come out of that as, oh, nah, you can take me seriously.
Right. You have to do something like Jordan Peele to get taken serious.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Or you have to create like the best villain and most memorable villain in the world just to be taken serious or something like, or just to be remembered. You have to create like a Scream or a Freddy Krueger or something like that to be
Mm-hmm.
taken seriously, and nobody really wants those anymore anyway.
Exactly.
Nobody wants your 90s horror villain anymore, so they don't really care if you have like no one wants 90s slasher films anymore.
Not anymore.
So it
People want
actually
some
confuses me
psychological
why
ones.
we're on like Scream 27 and Halloween 85,
Sure, more like Halloween 100.
whichever one they're on.
Just
You know,
ugh.
Michael Myers, the infinite soul. Michael Myers and,
I'm getting so
and
tired
Vin
of
Diesel
that.
drinking the same juice because these mofos can't die.
No, they can't.
They don't go anywhere. Like, why is
Michael
it
My-
still here?
Michael Myers can walk
Go
the
home.
ends of the earth.
Go home. But Dream Scenario 2023. Great movie. Great movie. I give it a B minus.
Sam. Nick
B
Nick
minus.
Cage did his freaking thing in that movie.
Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Nick Cage, regardless of what you think about Nick Cage, I think like younger than like 2015 Nick Cage, maybe 2016 Nick Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nick Cage lately has been taking some interesting roles and he throws himself into them roles. Even if the movie is bad, I promise you, you're gonna love Nick Cage's acting.
I have to admit, yeah. I mean, you never steer me wrong when it comes to movie suggestions and TV show suggestions. But I haven't been Nick Cage. If you're watching, I'm sorry, but I haven't been the best fan of your work besides Ghost Rider and whatnot. Um, but most recently, Gabby put me on to Dream Scenario. What was that other one where
Sympathy
he's
for the Devil.
Sympathy for the Devil? Those type of films, you killed it. I always give props to people who kill their work. So props to you. Props to you.
And you still have to watch
Sorry,
Renfield.
y'all. Oh yeah, Renfield. That's on my list.
That was great. It was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Dream Scenario was written and directed by Christopher Borgili. Borgli.
Christopher Borgili.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it was produced by Ari Aster, and it contained Nick Cage, Michael Cera, Tim Meadows, and it premiered at the Toronto International Film Fest. And Nick Cage won a Golden Globe for Best Actor, a Golden Globe for Best Actor, Motion Picture, Musical/Comedy.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much, Dream Scenario is just about pretty much some real life stuff, real life cancellation of somebody. So Nick Cage plays this really bright professor, and turns out they cancel him. they cancel him because everybody's starting to see him in their dreams. Like
which is wild
everybody,
anyway.
exactly. Like there's everybody who talks about it says, "Oh yeah, I see this random, like middle-aged man, this nobody in my dreams." And you start to see everybody around the world start having dreams about him, and then
And
you
he loves
know,
it.
yeah, he
He
loves
loves
it
that
because
attention.
exactly because he never really got the recognition for it. I mean, he's a nobody. He's a nobody, and of course, when you get that fame, it goes straight to your head, and he's trying to, oh, because I have this fame, I want to try and get my book published because I'm a professor. I'm a doctorate. I mean, I'm a doctor in my field, and people are saying like Michael
Which is like
Cera's
about
character, yeah, something about ants or biology or whatever. I don't know.
like
Something
biology of
something
ants. It
boring.
was something about ants. His book was something about ants.
Entomology. I don't know.
It was something about it. Like he had a whole book about ants, and I was like,
Yeah,
which is
like
why nobody wanted to read it. It's like it's
it's
about
just like
ants.
okay,
He had a whole beef with a chick about ants, and it's like,
because he thought that she stole his idea, but it's like,
no, but she
press.
did.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
She did.
And so he's getting all this fame or whatever. Michael Cera's character, the head of marketing for a firm,
Big ups
asks
to
him,
Michael Sarah.
yeah, for really killing that supporting role. Um, he tells him that he comes in and he pretty much wants Nick Cage's character to run with the whole dream scenario thing. He's talking about Sprite commercials, like Obama in the commercial or whatever. It's
That
all a
was
bit
still cool.
unrealistic, but it was cool.
But the
Um,
sensing is more like because he had been a worldwide sensation.
mm,
And so Nick Cage didn't want to go with those things. He wanted to just get his book published. The idea of this older person, this, I guess people our age would call him a boomer at that point.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, like, you got this boomer who doesn't understand a lot about social media. So,
He doesn't know anything about social media.
right. So he's trying to ride this social media wave, but when it comes to all the things that come with social media popularity, he doesn't understand any of it.
hmm
So when he's getting these invites to these meetings and stuff, Michael Cera's character who's trying to get him endorsed and trying to get these things for him, all he thinks about is what he wants out of the deal and doesn't realize that things come with that. Like when you get like a
hmm
sponsor or something, you also have to do something. So,
Yep.
you know,
And he
he wants
wants to be
Michael
taken
Cera's
seriously.
team to get his book published, but the idea of these people just publishing your book just because you have fame and not doing something for them is unrealistic. Like
Yeah.
watching that movie, you'd be like, "No, you should probably do that Sprite commercial because you get money off of that. You should
hmm
probably do that. Give you a little change in your back pocket, my guy."
Exactly. And he wants to be taken seriously because he's a professor at a university, and it's like, nah, man, you got to ride this wave. But
Yeah, you put yourself there.
yeah. And the thing
You in
is,
your
like,
class talking about this whole dream thing, you
yeah.
already don't look serious. Stop it.
hmm
Just because you don't want to be in that Sprite commercial.
Right. And what was ironic about it was once after that whole, you know, thing with the meeting, he has his class, and before the like movies, well, in the beginning of the movie, there's barely anybody in his class, but since all these people having dreams about him, everybody's now in his class, and everybody is he comes in and he's just like, oh snap, I actually now got to ride this wave. So he's asking everybody about their dreams about him and whatnot, and he's like just living in the moment. He's like, oh yeah, yeah, I could take a picture with you, blah blah blah. But then things go left. Things go freaking sideways. So of course, what comes up must come down, and all of a sudden, people start. one by one, people start having nightmares about him,
Mm.
and of course,
Where
because
he's
of some
physically
marketing,
hurting
and
them.
yet they felt like he was physically hurting them, and pretty much ruined his life, even though it's unrealistic. Of course, that's cancel culture. Um,
Because they
he
felt unsafe around him in real life, which doesn't make any
hmm
sense,
right,
because, if you're having dreams about this person and you knew those dreams weren't real, why, when you have
why
nightmares about this person, do you think you consider that real?
exactly? Like it's stupid as hell. But they even
But
had
that's
this
just
scene.
how social media works. People, one person is
hmm
just like, I don't feel safe around this person because I keep seeing him in my dreams and he keeps hurting me. I just don't feel safe.
I have a fragile brain and I don't know how to think. Like, bruh. And like,
Personally, for my safety, I wouldn't just be around that person. But that's just me. Personally, that's just how I feel, though. Like, but good for you, though. Go
right.
off then, sis.
Like they even had as like psychologist or somebody come into the school, and uh you can see everybody's tense and really scared. And the minute he comes in, you see people, shifting and whatnot. Then he comes in like a little closer, then a little closer, then maybe like 10 feet or 15 feet away. This rant People start getting even more agitated, and this one girl just runs, and then everybody starts running away, and it's like, bruh.
What I will say is, what does make sense is if it happens more than once, I can understand why it would start to freak people out. Because if
Yeah,
somebody physically
yeah,
attacks you, like the brain starts to develop trauma.
hmm yeah, yeah. And with all those amount of people who are starting to get nightmares about him, um, pretty much ruins his life. Even his wife didn't support him. Like, and he tried. This is how good this movie is. He tried to make an apology for the video, and it was sincere. And people, when he released it, everybody was like, "What the hell? Why would he do that?" They thought he was pandering. He was pandering to the people that are like actually having these traumatic nightmares, but he was being for real. And his wife was like, "Oh my gosh, honey, like you just had to post that video. You're just pandering. Like it's just insensitive. You're not my husband. I feel like you're not my husband anymore." And it's
That was
like
wild. Like the
it
fact
was
that he meant
crazy.
it.
And it just went
It was just a
downhill
good
from
movie
there.
overall.
Yeah, it was B minus.
I I highly recommend it. Check it out. Watch the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. It's
Yep.
a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one for me, Harrison?
Yeah. So I this is this is like a black and white film, but it came out like in the mid 90s. It's called Clerks, and it was directed by Kevin Smith, and it's
Mm.
pretty much just about um these two friends. One friend works, of course, as a clerk in a little store, and his friend comes in and he's interacting with them. They're It's like that humble, good feeling type movie, um, comedy movie, and pretty much they get into some stuff. They go on an adventure clerk around the shopping center. Um, and I think I rated it a hmm. I think I rated it a B plus, like a 8.7, I believe. It was really good. The cinematography was great. The black and white, um, the way it's shot in black and white didn't take away from it. It was like a really creative take on it. Um, and it's like that. Yeah, it's almost like that Harold and Kumar type movie, but it's not like all those types of adventures. It's just set in one location, which
Mm.
is like the shopping center.
Right.
So I'd highly recommend it.
Okay.
Watch it on your very legal websites. Yeah. Yeah.
Same
Definitely.
thing for Dream Scenario. It just came out recently, so you gotta give it some time to breathe. It came out late December, or early. It came out early December, so you gotta give it some time to breathe before you can find it on your very legal websites.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Um, it should be available though. I think that's how I watched it, but you
Yeah.
didn't hear that from me.
Yeah. Neither did you hear it from me when it comes to the movie Clerks.
Yeah,
To be
Harrison,
honest,
how
to
did
me,
you
this
watch Dream Scenario?
I watched it on a very legal website.
Oh, but you didn't hear that
Hmm.
from us.
No, you didn't.
So the next movie we had for you was There's Something Wrong with the Children, 2023. I give this movie about a C plus.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yes, it's directed by Roxanne Benjamin, and it's written by T.J. Simfel and David White. And
Okay.
it is a Blumhouse production. Now, you heard me earlier talking about Blumhouse because I find Blumhouse somewhere in the middle when it comes to independent productions because Blumhouse has been out for a long time.
Hmm. I don't
And
even.
so
I
I
don't remember
find
what.
Blumhouse close to like A24 when it comes to like production companies. Blumhouse is getting big right now. So like that's why I kind of have like reservations about making this part of like the indie movie list.
Hmm.
So, you
I
guys
think.
that are indie movie fans, correct me if you think that I should have not included a Blumhouse movie on here. Um, but it's kind of like the way like IFC is getting bigger now. You know what I'm saying? Like IFC
Hmm.
films are definitely like have always been known as indie movies, but IFC movies are definitely like growing in the way like they're raking it. Definitely in the way they've been bringing in money too. Um, so I definitely want to know your opinion.
I also think that like with Blumhouse, this is just in my opinion,
Hmm.
it's always, at least to me, a hit or miss.
Oh,
Like
definitely.
like it's either it's gonna be pretty good, like you said, C plus, like C plus and above, or it's just not gonna be good.
Yeah.
I think with
And
A24.
Blumhouse has like a deal with Hulu right now. For the last couple of
Oh,
years,
okay.
they have like a deal with Hulu, I think, because they have a. I don't think they have like a production studio together, but I think they the way
Like they're
that
partnered.
yeah, like the way that Netflix has originals,
Mm-hmm.
like some Hulu originals,
Our Blumhouse
they'll
movies.
be Blumhouse productions.
Got you. Got you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah, a lot
And
of
I had
like Hulu original
damn.
like scary movies, they'll be Blumhouse productions.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed it. Yeah, it's they've started to put out a lot of Blumhouse type movies. I mean
Hmm.
Blumhouse production movies.
Hmm. So I'm pretty sure they have a deal together because they'll be Hulu originals.
Mm, got you.
So I don't know if like Hulu bought Blumhouse or if they have like an actual deal,
I think they have a deal because there's no way
right?
that.
Right? Like I'm not sure the way that like streaming companies are technically like a temporary thing, the way like
Hmm.
Netflix be moving, like
Yeah,
they have a sense of um let's not even get that. Let's not, that's a rabbit hole. I'm not even mm,
if y'all want to hear us talk about streaming stuff, I mean streaming videos and whatnot, I mean streaming platforms,
check out our
check out,
first episode.
yeah, or like one of our first
Cable or streaming.
episodes. Yeah,
Oh, that really
yeah.
was our first episode, cable or streaming.
Oh damn, yeah, you're right.
That was episode 1, and it was kind of trash, but it's still a little bit fun.
Hey, y'all can't blame us. It was our first episode. My
Episode
mic was
1.
terrible back then.
Everything was terrible about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was like an hour and 30 minutes of us just trying to sound like we were doing something,
Right.
struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about that. No, you distracted me so hard. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. The cast of this wonderful movie. There's something wrong with the children. Alicia Wainwright, Zach Gilford, Amanda Crew, and Carlos Santos. And sorry, I knocked the crack. Oh my gosh, I knocked the crap with a
Oh,
P
okay.
with a P.
Damn.
Yes, because I had said crack before. Oh my gosh, out of my mic, and I was just trying to talk through it, but I was trying to make sure it stopped moving. Um, stop making me laugh.
I'm not
This
doing
movie
nothing.
is so good. This movie is really good. And now the reason why I gave it a 7.2 was more of the ending. Well, it's more like a 7.4, 7.5.
Mm.
The reason why I gave it a C plus was the more the ending. But I feel like it was, I really liked it. Like, it was one of those movies that really gets you engaged, and you really just want to sit there and watch it. You don't care about all the little flaws. It's one of those where you're sitting there and you're yelling like, no, why would you go in there? Why would you go in there? There's not enough movies like that. There's not enough like newer movies like that.
Like keep you on
Like,
your toes.
not necessarily that either. I'm talking about where you're like in it for the tea of the characters talking to each other. Like, oh no, she did talk to him. Like, why are they switching up on him
Ah,
like that?
okay.
Why are you
Got you.
doing him like that? Like, you like justice for my boy Ben. Honestly, he didn't deserve to be talked to like that. I don't know why they did him like that, but
Now I got it. Now
everybody
I
who
gotta watch
eventually watched this movie come back and say just hashtag justice for Ben, because
this.
I want everybody to go watch this movie and then come back here and say hashtag justice for Ben, because justice for my boy Ben, honestly. Like, he
I didn't even
was
I didn't even watch the film, and I want justice for him.
exactly like you're gonna eventually watch this movie and then you're gonna realize what I'm talking about. Um
Yeah, you're gonna get a phone
but it
call
keeps
like,
you
"What the
really
hell?"
engaged with the dialogue. There's some problems in the ending. Um and I didn't really like that. There's some things that were a little bit, I think, predictable, but I think that's a little bit expected when you have a movie with little kids in it, and like possessed kid movies. Um, always kind of like have the same ending.
Yeah, I hate. I
Yeah,
just I don't. I hate predictability in movies. It takes away from
yeah,
the fun of it.
yeah. There were some things that happened in it that weren't predictable, but then like for the most part, like I said, possessed kid movies kind of like have that like, well, it's a possessed kid, so
Yeah.
yeah. But the dialogue was really great, and I think that the camera work was really good too. Um,
Mm.
for the most part, the story was good. What was leading into it was good. Um, the acting was good. I was just really there for the story, you know? The like I said, the ending was really where I was like, this is not very satisfying.
Mm.
So that's where I kind of was not really liking it. And the person that they chose to be like the last person alive, like
Hmm.
that's kind of like a downside. I was like, well, this person didn't deserve to be the last one, but okay. That's who we
Gotcha.
choosing. Anyway, what's next for me?
I have one of Black culture's gems.
Oh boy. What?
She's Gotta Have It, directed by Spike Lee.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say something like "Save the Last Dance." Ugh. I hate that movie.
Hell no.
I'm sorry to my black people, but I hate that movie.
Nah,
That
nah,
movie
nah,
is
nah.
so awful.
Nah.
Or Loving
Hey.
Basketball.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry to all my black people too. Like Loving Basketball is an awful movie.
When you think about Love and Basketball, like
it's a bad movie.
your
Stop it.
take on it, yeah. Nah, yeah. Because I remember, yeah. Damn.
I'm sorry to all my black people out there. Loving Basketball is an awful movie.
I think I
that
really
man
just
is awful to her. It's
yeah,
awful to her.
Yeah.
It's not a love story.
It's not.
He's a hater. And he decided he wanted her at the last minute. Let's stop playing. That is not a good movie.
Yeah.
What is good about it? What do you like about it? If you like that movie, you like toxic relationships, or you just have a disillusion about the movie from your childhood. Stop playing. Loving Basketball is not a good movie. And if you like Save the Last Dance, that movie was written by a white person. Stop playing with me. Save the Last Dance was not written by a black person. If they look around and they're like, "Oh, what are they doing over there? Oh, they just hip hopping." No, they just hip hopping. They just hip. That's just hip hop. What?
It was cringe. It was just too cringy. Like I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't watch all of it. Save the Last Dance. I just couldn't. But
save the next channel.
Not go. So not going down that rabbit hole. If y'all want to hear our takes on black films and whatnot, leave a comment in the in the description down below.
Yes, because I could go on.
We both could go on. You know, I'm not going. No, not gonna get into it. Not gonna get into it. She's Gotta Have It. One of our black culture's best films, in my opinion. It's directed by Spike Lee. I think this was his debut, but correct me if I'm wrong. Came out in '86, and this is where, to me, it perfectly describes what Brooklyn is. What I'm not from Brooklyn or whatnot. My mom is from New York, but it perfectly describes just New York as a whole, how people interact with each other, everything like that. And of course, we get the signature, I call it the Spike Lee shot of a dolly. Dang, I keep on hitting my mic. Sorry, y'all. The Spike Lee shot where the actor is on a dolly and the character is moving towards the screen. And the camera angle is like a little bit upwards, but the background is still. Just Spike Lee. You my guy. You my guy. And shout out Morehouse Man. Dad, I know I did that for you, Dad. I only did that for you. Love you. But yeah, She's Gotta Have It. I gave it a I'm not gonna, be like, oh, it was an A. I'd give it a solid B. I give it like an 8.2, 8.3. So, yeah. She's Gotta Have It, y'all. Y'all gotta watch it if you haven't. If you haven't, what you doing? But yeah, that's one of my indie films. I think it only made, the box office was only 7 million, but the budget was pretty low. I couldn't find the budget for it, but it was pretty low, I'm assuming. But hey, even if it was around the box office, still a gem. Yeah. What you got for me next?
So I forgot to mention, this has nothing to do with the movies, but I forgot to mention that hypocritically I am wearing my Jaws t-shirt. I wanted to I wanted to wear something that was movie related since we were going to talk about indie movies, but you know, I was wearing
Mm-hmm.
something from a big budget production company. As you know, Jaws is released by Universal Studios.
Yeah.
I forgot to say that at the beginning. I
Yeah,
thought that was
yeah.
funny. A Universal Studios t-shirt. Wear a Jaws t-shirt and we're talking about indie movies. It's like
You a trip. You a trip.
I was like looking through my closet for which shirt to wear, and I was like, I have a lot of like movie t-shirts. I had like Harry Potter. Like it was like Harry Potter, Spider-Man, Harry Potter, Spider-Man. And I was like, okay. I was like, wait, Deadpool, and I was like, uh, Star Wars, and I was like, wait. I was like, is these only movie t-shirts that I have?
I need to get more, honestly. I don't have
Then
any.
I had Nightmare Before Christmas, and I was like, is this it? When it comes to movie t-shirts, is that it? Is that the limit to my personality? Yes, that's what my closet said to me. Yes, because
Live in it.
right, I had Rick and Morty too, but that's not a movie.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
some SpongeBob in there too somewhere, but like,
Hell yeah.
it's like it's really the limit to my personality, and I'm like, oh, okay. This next movie is gonna be. It's gonna be. Yeah, you almost saying it. Well.
I had to.
Yeah, we love Jamie. Anyway, get him a ring. This movie is doo-doo booty crack. Wait. I give it a 2.2. A F. A F minus 2.2. You can find. I'm sorry. Let me just read. Track back. There's something wrong with the children. You can find that on Amazon Video. Anyway, Skinamarink. This movie F. 2.2 F minus Hulu. You can find it on Hulu if you actually want to put yourself through that torture. It's written and directed by Kyle Edward Ball. It's released by IFC Midnight with the cast of Lucas Paul, Dolly Rose, okay, that's not important. TETREAULT.
Trout.
That. Ross Paul and Jamie Hill. So, I'm going to be real with you guys right now. Okay, guys, where's my camera? Okay, right here. I'm going to be real with you guys. Okay. So for real. I didn't finish this movie. It was so boring. Okay, it was so boring. I got 30 minutes in. 30.
I swear that's your cap for movies. Like 30 minutes in, if you're not.
I was bored at 15. I tried to push through. I pushed through the 30. I looked over. I said, "Hey yo, 15 more minutes. It's got 15 more minutes out of me. If it ain't better at the 30-minute mark, we done. We done here."
A few moments later.
We got to 45. I was like,
bruh.
Nothing had virtually nothing had happened. 45 minutes in. We're like, huh? They talked maybe twice by the time we got 45 minutes into the movie. How you only talking twice 45 minutes into your movie? And you expect me to stay
Nah, that's
Interested
crazy.
because you have some.
That's crazy. Hell no. How can you have dialogue? Not I'm sorry, not have dialogue in the 45 minutes in. That's sacrilege. That shouldn't even be
Harrison,
considered a film.
Harrison, not even that. Harrison, not even Harrison, not even that. Harrison, not even that. Hold on, let me move the mic.
Y'all know she's
Not
pissed when
even
she
that.
keeps on repeating my name.
The people of the internet. What the Flicks viewers and listeners, listen to me real quick. I
I mean,
need
they know it.
everybody to listen to me. Come real close. Come closer. Come closer, y'all.
You
Okay.
might hold the mic up to you, like all the way up to your face.
I need y'all to
Okay.
listen to me real quick. Listen. I don't think y'all understand. We 35, 40 minutes into this movie. Ain't nobody been on the screen yet.
And I love me. I'm a cinematographer fan. I mean, cinematography fan, but no.
Ain't nobody been on the
No.
screen yet. We seen a pair of baby feet, like some
Baby feet.
toddler feet, right? Like some little bitty toddler feet been on the screen, and the dad or something been off screen, and he said maybe one or two things, made a phone call. It's been 35, maybe 40 minutes. What the hell is going on? Ain't no dialogue
Oh
happening. He made
man.
a fucking phone call because his kid fell down the stairs. We didn't even see him fall down the stairs. We heard some rumbling, and I didn't know he fell down the stairs. We just heard him say he fell down the stairs via a phone call. What kind of booty crack thing is this? Like, what am I supposed to know? Like, this is not proper. It would be different if this happened in a movie where other buildup is going on, but ain't no buildup going on because it's just showing me different shots from within the house. Like, this is like it's did this thing where it's like this like kind of like faux version of a found footage movie. And for me, I hate found footage movies. The only one I ever liked was the first like paranormal activity. Oh my gosh. Paranormal
Activity.
activity movie. VHS, that's a good movie. There's a couple of like really early like found footage movies that I really like, but that genre really got watered down. I'm not a big fan of found footage movies.
Yeah, there's a certain type of way you have to shoot found footage films, and 9 times out of 10, if it's not done properly, it's not gonna go well. And
It's not even that. It's the dialogue in
it's
found footage movies that's usually
I
ass.
was about to say that too. Like usually the dialogue is ass, so it's not gonna be good. Like I don't think I've ever seen a good found footage film, if I'm being honest.
Like I said, the first Paranormal Activity was pretty good, and then
Well yeah, that album.
yeah, it was just like the genre is pretty butt to be. It's just not pretty good. It's like part of movies is to be like a form of escapism, and then found
Mm-hmm.
footage takes that and then waters that down all the way. So you got watered down soda. It's like watered down McDonald's Coke.
Or
So you
Sprite.
got something that's watered. No, because people tend to really like McDonald's Sprite for some reason. So they do take. I'm taking out McDonald's Coke, which is already really watered down.
But if watered down Sprite, that is bitter. That is bitter. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So, yeah. Gross.
Skinamarink. Trash.
Yes. And it did this thing, which was, like I said, it looked like found footage. But it wasn't just that. It looked okay. Like, but it looked like it had a filter over it. the whole found footage thing. It looked like it had a filter over it. So that was like what was making it look like aesthetically cool. So it looked like it was going for like this artsy thing, and it's like, is that all you bring to the table? Then you can go, because I'm still hungry.
Not even an appetizer. Just trash
Not even in
bread.
the moose boosh. Bitch, I'm hungry.
Moosh boosh. Yeah, that I'm all about artsy type stuff, but for that, that is abysmal. That is abysmal to not have dialogue. And if you don't have dialogue within the first 30 minutes of your film, it's already going to be trash. Let alone, 30 minutes. Because at least with 15 minutes, you can show people like different types of locations, all this other stuff, have a bit of cinematography in there, sound design, cool. But 30 minutes plus? Oh nah, just throw all your money out the window.
Right.
That's and plus it's found footage. I think they bet in the production room to see how much they could lose money off of this film, or how bad they can make this movie.
Like I said, if you guys want to actually watch that doo-doo fest, it's gonna be at Hulu. Like I said, I'll never lie to you guys about my opinion on a movie. If I think something's bad, then I think it's bad. And trust, I've seen that movie on a whole bunch of like the best movie of the year lists and stuff like that. I don't understand where it was the best. Maybe it's because I didn't finish it, but
no, how people review movies. I said movies. Like they think artsy stuff is like the best type of stuff. That's what I've come to terms with. Like, the more artsy your film is or whatever, the more they'll be like, oh my gosh, this is so great. This is so different.
It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
Yeah. Everybody's so creative. Like,
everybody's so creative.
Everybody's so creative. Like, bro, no, it's trash. It is trash. Trash.
One thing that I've been telling you is like, it seems like people are so afraid to give negative feedback. That's okay. It's called constructive criticism for a reason. If something is doo-doo, you don't have to say that it's bad. You don't have to directly insult it. You don't have to say that it's doo-doo. You could just say, this ain't good.
Exactly.
You don't have to be mean. Yes, I was just being mean by saying that it's straight crap, but I mean it was. But you don't have to say it like that. I mean, in straight review, like, let's say that it's like your friend's work or something like that. You're doing somebody a disservice by saying that it's good just because you know them, or just because, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People nowadays are so afraid to say something is bad, bro. If it's bad, it's bad. If your friend don't look good, they don't look good. Don't tell them that they look cute just because they're your friend. You're doing them a disservice. If she ugly, she ugly.
Right.
I'm sorry.
If your partner's freaking fit is trash, don't let him go to the club looking like that.
Don't let him look busted. Don't do you dirty.
Y'all are soft. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of people use that term nowadays to describe, I guess, our generation or whatever. But
that ain't us. That's the one after us.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, first off, we don't claim our generation.
We don't claim Gen Z. We're like right in the middle of the millennials and Gen Z.
Mm-hmm. Like, we're millennial Zs.
Millennial Z. I don't even want the Z attached to me. Like, you're like dusting it up. Like, old enough to know millennial stuff and not young enough to know Gen Z stuff. I'm
facts. Like,
too much Gen Z stuff be happening. You'd be like, I don't know what that is.
And like, yeah, like I said, y'all are soft because constructive criticism, y'all forget the damn first word, constructive, meaning you construct the stuff off of the criticism that you get. Meaning, you take from what people have said about your film and
I
you
go Bob the
produce it.
Builder on it.
Exactly. You Home Depot that stuff and you do a better job on your next film. Not, oh, you shouldn't say that, or oh, you're really shitting on the movie, blah, blah, blah. No, if the movie's crap, it's crap. I'm so sick and tired of people. Yes, art is subjective, but if every
It could also be subjectively bad.
Thank you. It can also be subjectively bad. Like,
it's objectively bad.
Right, like, come on now. Y'all, and that's why y'all need to be real with y'all friends. Y'all need to be real with these critics, because it's not like y'all know the person who made the film. Most of these people don't know who made the film. Like, I'm talking about on a personal level. So there's no type of, oh, you should hold back your punches. I'm not saying you should literally demise their whole career, but shoot, for example, I love Jordan Peele as a director. He's one of my favorite directors, and I want to meet him one day. But when I saw Us,
it wasn't that great.
It wasn't that good. It wasn't.
It wasn't booty flakes, but it was not that good.
Right. Like, it was just a little bit all over the place and whatnot. But that's my opinion on it. And I still respect him as a director, as a creator, as an artist. And guess what? That third film, Nope, was a certified banger. And I said it. It's okay to have bad films. It's okay. It's not going to hurt anybody's feelings. Y'all's feelings are like too fragile for all this. If you can't take constructive criticism in your field, you shouldn't be in it. Simple as that. Skinamarink, your doo-doo flakes. I didn't see it. I'm taking for what Gabby said it. And y'all might say, oh, well, Harrison, you shouldn't say it if you haven't seen it. If somebody says they don't have dialogue within the first 30 to 45 minutes of a film, you think I'm going to watch it?
That's just my warning to all of y'all. That's what you're getting into if you decide to watch it. I personally didn't watch it. You don't have to take my opinion for it. I'm saying that's what you're getting into if you watch that movie. That's what you're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
It's really dry. There's not even a lot of sound. Look. There's not even a lot of sound.
That's worse. That's worse. That's worse.
You're just sitting there looking at the screen. Like, there's not even a lot of, like, sound design is below abysmal. It's just like static for the most part. Sound design not really that good, so it's not really pleasant to the ears. It's not good. It's not good. That faux artsy crap that it tried to go for missed the bar. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if that's somebody here's movie, like they really like that movie, but it's not cute. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if you thought I should have finished that movie, but I'm not sitting there for all of that. It wasn't cute. Usually I would finish the movie, but that was painful. That and Amsterdam were truly painful for me. I told you, Harrison, I'm going to retry Amsterdam, but Amsterdam was also truly painful for me. That was really bad dialogue.
And I'm going to see the first 30 minutes of it, because Amsterdam, I liked it. So I'm going to see the first 30 minutes and see if I should reevaluate my opinion on it.
But, I told Harrison that I really didn't like the movie Amsterdam with
Christian
I almost
Bale.
said Blake Griffin. I don't know why.
Blake Griffin?
I don't know
the basketball
why.
player? What?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What the hell?
No.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Margot Robbie and John David Washington. Denzel Washington.
Yeah, him. Oh, really?
You just found that out?
I didn't know who the hell he was.
Oh my gosh, Gabby. Oh my gosh. Yes, that is Denzel.
I
That's
didn't know who he was. I didn't know who
yeah,
he was.
that's Denzel Washington's son.
Oh.
The more you know.
Right? Like,
The more you know.
cool.
But yeah,
Cool.
I personally liked Amsterdam
And it had
cinematography
Taylor Swift
for like a hot second.
before she got hit by a car.
See why you see now if people try and watch it, man, you ruined that part of it. You ruined that part of it. Come on now, you should have kept that one to yourself. Even though I laughed like hell at that part.
It's not really a big spoiler. It happens so early in the movie.
Yeah, but it's just the fact that she. We Mean No Harm by Taylor Swift. We mean no harm, but that was a funny freaking scene. That was
I'm not
funny
gonna
as
tell you
hell.
how she did. Like, I'm not gonna tell you anything else. But I didn't like that movie.
Yeah,
It's another one I didn't finish, but I'd be willing to go back and try it again. It was
because
more the dialogue that was like pissing me off in that movie.
yeah.
It was just kind of dry and uninteresting. And you can say, well, Gabby, you're just picky. And it's like, yes, I know. I'm a writer, so I
I was about to
like
say
good
she's a writer.
dialogue. Dry
Sue
ass
her.
dialogue pisses
Sue
me
her.
up. It pisses me up. Pisses me off.
Pisses me up.
Pissing myself off.
But yeah.
Yes, crappy dialogue just pisses me off.
My next whatchamacallit indie film is, y'all might not believe it, but Ex Machina was an indie film. It was distributed independently. It was directed by Alex Garland. I think it came out in 2014, I think. Can't remember.
It feels like Ex Machina is so much older than that. It's crazy.
Yeah, like it was. I want to say. No, it
Ex
actually
Machina feels like it's so old. What?
No,
Ex Machina feels like it's old.
It came out in 2015.
Really? It feels like Ex Machina is so old.
Yeah, yeah. They considered it as an indie film.
That's crazy that it's not that old, but Ex Machina feels old as hell.
Yeah, it does. Pretty much if y'all haven't seen Ex Machina, it's pretty much about AI, but more realistic in a way. So pretty much this guy creates these AI robots. It's almost like iRobot, but more human.
Like Lucy.
Like Lucy. I'm sorry. Like Lucy. Underrated. Scarlett Johansson's Lucy
That movie is
underrated.
So good. That movie is so good.
I rated that an A, in my opinion. That
movie is so good. The visuals, everything in that is so good.
And it was realistic too. It was freaking realistic.
The effects in it is so good. The movie is great.
Scarlett Johansson doesn't get enough credit for that.
Is Morgan Freeman in that movie?
Yeah. I think he's the supporting actor in it. Yeah. Killed it. But yeah, pretty much Ex Machina is like Lucy. And it's a robot that has human features. And the creator of these robots asks, I guess, one of his workers in the company to come in and pretty much test out the robot, ask her questions, all this other stuff. And throughout the film, the robot starts gaining human emotions and whatnot. Starts, in a way, kind of liking the person that's asking her questions or asking it questions. And towards the end, you see the AI robot pretty much turning on the guy that's asking her, on the interviewer, because the interviewer he was seeing different signs of like pretty much like help me, like all the drawings. She was getting mistreated by the creator, inventor, however you want to call it. And he pretty much tries to bust her out, but turns out she turned on him, and she just it ends with her like getting on the plane and taking off to, I think, Paris or something. I can't remember. It was some type of thing. But and the robot is so realistic that she blends in with people. So yeah, really good movie. And for the love of God, I'm done with robot movies from now on. I'm done with robot movies. I can't take anymore. Even though this came out in 2015, they're trying to come out with another iRobot. Well, no, not iRobot.
I told you I started watching Westworld, and that shit is fire.
Yeah, like once I start watching Westworld, I'm done with robot movies.
Same, because Westworld is just it's fire.
It's too much of a gem, from what I've heard from people, but let alone.
I heard season 4 is bad, but like y'all, Westworld, at least season 1 and season 2 so far, it's hard, bro. It's hard.
Pure gold.
I don't know why nobody ever put me on this show when people know I love writing, because the writing in this show, unbelievable. And these people know I love Jeffrey Wright, bro. Mm-hmm. These people Jeffrey ain't Wright. Ever put me on this show.
That guy.
The show is good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, but yeah, Ex Machina, I put that on in my top 10 of indie films. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what Lucy reminded me of? Well, the lead character type of Lucy, and then like Ex Machina remind me of the girl from excuse me, Fifth Element.
Yeah. I could see that. Damn. Yeah. I agree. If y'all haven't seen Fifth Element, it's funny as hell.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen Fifth Element, I don't know where you have been for the last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That movie is old.
Yeah, what kind of like the 80s or 90s?
It came out late 90s.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, but it reminded me of Lilu from Fifth Element.
Chicken.
It always like it doesn't bother me, but I always think it's like hilarious when like the idea of the perfect woman is this paper thin white woman with no boobs and no butt,
no ass.
and it's like that's perfect, and she got bright orange hair, and it's like that's perfection. That's perfection. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The love story in that movie is really corny.
Yeah. I mean, like, considering it being a comedy, like a comedy / drama, but more so comedy.
It's more like a comedy thriller. Yeah. Or I wouldn't say like thriller. It's like more like a comedy, like action.
Yeah, comedy action. Yeah.
It's like majority action with like a lot of like comedy like beats in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering being that, I wasn't,
because that like love part is just like random as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Like, who told you to kiss her, sir? On your Sleeping Beauty tip, nobody asked you to kiss her. Stop it. And then later on in the movie, like y'all just end up together. Like,
yeah, it's weird. That's suspicious.
It's real weird. Like, how long have y'all known each other? Like 2 days? I don't know. It's real weird.
Yeah. But
it's real weird.
What's the next one you got for us?
And of course, you got Chris Tucker in a dress.
Corbin, my man, Corbin. We're not going down that road. We're not going down.
I wasn't gonna say anything past that.
Okay, good. But if y'all know, y'all know. Continue.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Shout out to Cat Williams. We need to do something. 2021. I give it a C. It's a psychological horror. It's directed by Sean King O'Grady. And it's written by Max Booth III. And it's based on a book of the same name by Max Booth III.
Wait, what did you rate it?
Huh?
What did you rate it?
A C.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah. Premiered at the Tribeca Film Fest. Theatrically released by IFC. With a cast of Sierra McCormick, Vanessa Shaw, Lisette Alexis, Pat Healy, and Ozzy Osbourne.
Jose, my man.
Yeah, he's just a voiceover in it. But
Still,
yeah.
Jose, my man.
Yeah. So yeah, this movie I find really interesting. It's a really I give it a C because there's some internal flaws when it comes to the the when it goes outside, but the movie is filmed within one location, and not a lot of movies can do that really well. It's filmed within one location in a house, and that's a bathroom. So the entire family, it's
Why do I keep on forget? Every time you describe this, I forget the actual film because I watched it too. Jeez.
right. So it's one family. It's mother and father and their two children. And during a storm, they have to, hole up in a bathroom, during the storm. And they get trapped in there. So the filming takes place during that storm. They're in that bathroom. The whole movie takes place during keep saying during. The whole movie takes place in that bathroom, except for a couple of flashback scenes that are from the main character, the daughter's perspective. A couple of flashbacks from her perspective, and that's where the movie started losing me. Her little flashback perspectives between her and her little girlfriend, that crap right there is where I started.
Nobody cared. Nobody cared about it.
It started watering down the story.
Honestly.
Whatever the hell they had going on, I was like,
okay.
I was watching it the first time and I was just like, okay. So back to the bathroom?
Right. There was no point of it, honestly. Like they could have just left that out.
They had a point, and the point was stupid.
Facts. Facts. I don't even remember
the payoff was even dumber.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was like there was this grand payoff, but it was dumb. So you're like,
why?
Y'all could have just kept me in this bathroom. Like, girl, what was this? Like, and all of the girlfriend's lines were dumb as hell. Like, she was like, I was awake until I died. And you're just like, girl, shut up.
That's that, man. That just annoyed the hell out of me. Man, I hate those stuff. Because there are those type of people actually out there. There are those people out there
Sasuke,
that are like
you don't shut your mouth.
Like, I don't.
Like, nobody asked you for all of this extra stuff.
Corny ass line.
Like,
I was
and then
awake,
I died.
but then I died. What?
Like, like nobody, no.
Trying to be introspective and stuff. Shut up.
No, just trying to be purposely emo. Like, stop it. We see you.
Try hard.
It's not good. But the whole movie is not many movies can get this right. The filming in one scene. And I get why they did the whole flashback thing. It was to take a breath and take a break from that one space. It wasn't really working.
Yeah.
because I prefer the whole in the bathroom thing. It was really working. The
Yeah,
building of that tension that they had, all of that, that was working. It was the tensions were rising. It was uncomfortable. It was um it was just it was tense. It was working. All
and
the
you,
emotions that they were making, it was
I was about to,
working.
I was about to say, like like the breaking down of the family, of like
Mhm.
how the father truly feels about the family, how the mother feels about like the father. The innocent son is just like just curled up in a ball, like, "Mommy, what's gonna happen?" Blah blah blah. And you have the teenage daughter or whatever. With these type of films, it's hard to capture. It's hard to do it well. Just
Mhm.
having one location, um one location of a film. Like in earlier in the episode where I was talking about Clerks, even though it was set in the Clerks, like in the shop, they had outside type of um type of scenes outside of the shop. But with this, it's only in the bathroom. And you have to be really creative and really smart with your dialogue, really calculated with your dialogue
Mhm.
of how you want the audience to feel, because it's hard to just have one location in a movie. That's it.
Right.
Like
Without
how hard it is. Go ahead.
Right, without like getting your audience too bored. And it's definitely a slow build. But as that
Mm-hmm.
tension starts to increase, then you start to really feel that weight. And the
Mm-hmm.
more it starts to increase, you feel that tension and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's really
You
uncomfortable.
you in your seat just starts like you start squirming a little bit because it's just like, oh
Yeah.
shoot, what's gonna happen? I don't know. And that's what was smart about
Yeah.
this film, or the director I
Hmm.
should say, and camera crew.
Yeah. So I really like that. This movie is available on Hulu. You should definitely check it out.
Mhm. I agree. I agree. I agree.
What you got next for me? Who? I almost said Hulu.
Hulu,
Harrison. What you got next for me, Harrison?
Hulu Harrison. Yeah.
Harrison sponsored by Hulu.
Yeah. My
Not
last
yet.
one, not yet. My last one I got is, to me, one of film's classics. So, I preface this by saying I do not like this director as a whole. It is.
I already know where we're going with this. I already know where we're going with this. This is going to be a hot take for some of y'all. This is about to be a hot take for some of y'all because I already know where we're going.
Pulp Fiction. One of my favorite movies of all time, in my opinion. And you might be saying, well, Harrison, you don't like the director. How do you like the film? Because
It's two different things.
it's two different things. Thank you. Thank you,
Hmm.
Gabby. Y'all need to learn that y'all can criticize y'all's favorite directors, and you can still like your worst the most hated director that you don't like. It's okay. It's okay to like one of their
Most
films.
hated. Yes, I know it's you really don't like Tarantino.
I'm not gonna say I hate him, but I just really
You
don't
really
like
don't
him.
like Tarantino.
I really don't like him.
Harrison really don't like Tarantino.
I don't. And you know what's crazy? I had a whole semester of learning Quentin Tarantino's direction in college.
Harrison went to film school.
Yeah, and
I didn't go to film school.
I mean, I'm glad that I learned more internally about how he worked with his film. I mean, how he did his films and whatnot, and his inspirations of films. But I still suffered. I still suffered through that. But
Personally,
yeah, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, personally, I used to actually love his films. And after watching them a lot, and then studying film more, which
Mm-hmm.
just to mention, Harrison's the one that went to film school. I didn't go to film school. I just studied film on my own through like actually caring for film and like writing on my own.
And
And
y'all don't need to go to film school to learn about film. I want to
which is why I
preface
didn't.
that. Yeah,
Not
but
paying to go to no more school.
right, exactly. Like you can learn courses that's like $15 if you want for like eight months or whatever to learn about that type of stuff. Y'all don't need to go that
Facts.
route. And mine was a happy accident. I didn't know I was gonna go into film until they switched it or whatever. Besides the point. Y'all don't need to go to film school for that. But sorry, go ahead.
But through kind of like studying his films, like the repetition of it, I just noticed that he has like some noticeable patterns, and they're kind of like loud and bodacious. And keep in mind, people, like a lot of, I was going to say actors, a lot of directors have patterns.
Niches.
Directors that make like niches. Like if a director makes like a series of movies, like a director that's known and has lots of different movies, they typically have like Harrison said, niches. Like they'll have something that's maybe their signature, something that they do a lot. Like I'm just saying that Tarantino has more a more bodacious style. Like it's always out there and it's in your face. So it's things that you're always bound to notice. Like Michael Bay. Like
Christopher Nolan with time.
Yes.
In the movies.
Things that you're always going to notice, like those more bodacious styles. Christopher Nolan is one that's going to be like a more refined style. But it is bigger. It is something that's more eye-capturing. It is something that I would say is a more bodacious style, but it is more refined than something that it would be like Michael Bay or Tarantino.
Yeah,
because theirs is more like whereas like Christopher Nolan is more of a refined type of, like, think about Oppenheimer, where everything was on the screen, but it was in your eyes and there was less sound, but it was grazing across your screen.
With Inception, it's
right,
more refined. And I think with Tarantino, I'm going to get into Pulp Fiction in just a couple seconds, but with Tarantino, you're going to learn that you're going to expect like three things from Tarantino. One, blood splatter. Two,
definitely.
like a whole bunch of blood splatters.
Definitely.
Two, anime influences. And three, well, anime / karate movies, because he grew up watching karate movies.
You
and
definitely always see the karate.
And three, it's going to be a whole bunch of harsh language. I mean, and I know you might be saying, well, Harrison, that's not really a thing. And it's just like, well, no, the way he does it, I guess, I can't remember if he always writes his movies or his films, but the dialogue in his films is really, you can only hear that from a Quentin Tarantino movie. That's just in my opinion. But again,
I think he co-writes his films.
Yeah. So
I was to say, if he doesn't write that film, he co-writes most of his films because they all sound similar.
Yeah. Like if you sync up, Kill Bill or Pulp Fiction,
or Inglourious Basterds. They all have like the same sort of like vernacular in them. They're all the way that they all sound similar with the way the speech patterns are.
Yeah. But like with Pulp Fiction, that's probably my top favorite Quentin Tarantino film. Because not only the dialogue was great, the comedy relief in a lot of it was really good. Cinematography,
Pulp Fiction is a great movie.
Cinematography was great. Of course, when you think of Pulp Fiction, you think of that John Travolta scene with Uma Thurman dancing in that restaurant. That was perfect to me. And of course,
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Mother, you know what, Jackson's. That's the Jacksons. Jackson. I'm sorry. Oof. English. Do you speak it?
You speak it.
It was just a great film, and even the tangents, like, oh, I'm sorry, that's technically another one in Quentin Tarantino's films is the tangents and storylines. Bruce Willis's character in the film, it didn't seem out of place.
Mm.
And that's what I really liked about it too, because it's hard as hell to have like 3 or 4 different like storylines combined into one, but still intersecting with one another. And of course, the ending of it was really good. Yeah, it came out in '94. So, Pulp Fiction, I salute to Quentin Tarantino for that.
Mm-hmm. And I always loved the first Kill Bill movie. I actually
Absolutely.
like it more than the first one. I mean, the second one.
Yeah, I can agree with that too, because the backstory of it, like the backstory, and just she has a reason of being Kill Bill, like that. That is the whole point of it. Like her motivation in the first one is just spot on. Spot on.
Like,
I wouldn't have it either other way. Shoot.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
And then her fight with
fighting scenes.
The last fight.
What was the last fight? The one with the
Lucy Liu's character.
I was about to say, yeah, Lucy Liu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
This might be
when
a
she
hot
scalps her.
Mm-hmm. Like, wait, no, when you just hit
and then it takes a second, right? When it takes a second, you see the blood drip down her face. That was.
Mm-hmm. That's how you do it. That's good direction right there. This might be a hot take. I can't remember if this one fight scene was in the second or the first one, but when she was fighting this black lady, was it Regina King?
Vivica Fox.
Vivica Fox. I'm sorry, Vivica Fox.
That was the first one.
She fought Vivica Fox, and even though it was kind of predictable, I sort of liked it only because it's like 1A and 1B for me when it comes to those fighting scenes, because not only like you destroy the house and whatnot, but the daughter comes in and you see the restraint of Uma Thurman's character, and you still feel the tension of it, and it's hard. It's hard to grasp that because we've seen in multiple movies of that type of instance where like the little kid comes in, or like the old parent comes in, like checking on their kid to see how it's going, but you don't really. I mean, you kind of feel the tension, but it doesn't hit with the audience. But with that, to me personally, it hit with me. So
yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
we just took a crazy tangent.
We did. But hey, it's Quentin Tarantino. Of course, people gonna love it.
Yeah. So I think this is the last one before we do our honorable mentions.
Okay.
So our honorable mentions will come right after that. Oh wait, no, we have 2 more. I looked right past the last 2. Okay. This is one that I know you have watched.
Yeah.
And I got you to watch it for your professional opinion.
Yeah.
No One Will Save You.
Yeah.
2023. And I gave it a B. A 7.9.
Yeah, I gave it an 8.3, but yeah, same.
It's a sci-fi thriller, and it was written, directed, and produced by Brian Duffield. Go ahead, Brian. Because Brian put in the work.
He put 2 feet in there. Fuck, screw a
3.
foot. Yeah,
he put
3.
He was calf deep in that, knee deep.
Knee deep.
The cast, a very small cast of Caitlin Dever, Zach Dunham, or that's not Dunham, that says Duham or Duham. It says Duhame.
Duhame. I don't know. Every time I see that type of name, like with an E at the end, I just hame. So Duhame or something. Duham. Dua oblongata.
I hate to do them to them.
Medulla oblongata.
I hate to do them to them.
Oh, okay.
Lauren Murray, and Geraldine Singer. Most of these people were in the movie for like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. But Caitlin Devers. Oh, wait, is that her name?
This was Caitlin Devers' movie.
Caitlin Devers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nothing but.
So this movie was very if you've seen The Quiet Place, this was very much like The Quiet Place.
Mm-hmm.
But with aliens.
Realistic aliens, I might add, or the realistic representation of aliens, how we would consider
What you
them
know
as.
what you know what an alien look like?
No, but when we always
I
see
mean,
aliens,
it looked like this.
I'm about to say it looks like
looked
your
like
hat.
that. It looked
That's
like
what I
this.
mean. That's what I mean.
Looked
When people
like
think of
funny
aliens,
looking.
they think of that.
It had a big old head like this, big noggin, little chin. Had a. It looked like this, but funky looking bodies.
Yeah.
Like one had a little spider crook body.
Mm-hmm.
Like little spider contortionist body, and then one. I'm sorry. Like they had funny looking bodies. Okay, it was like Digimon collectible bodies. Like each one had a different body.
No, I never played Digimon, but I can get the picture.
Yeah, when you click open the Digimon and then like they flip open.
Yeah.
So they're like when you flip them open. Yeah, that's what they look like. They look like little Digimon collectibles.
Facts.
They just look different every time you see a new one.
For real.
Like every time you saw a new one, it was just a different Yu-Gi-Oh card. I choose you.
I choose you, creepy crawler.
Right? Just like, oh, boogada boogada. Like, no, please, no, I'm good. But this movie was very good. Like I said, very. I'm sorry, Harrison keep distracting me. It's very.
I knew nothing.
Very much like The Quiet Place in the sense of there was no dialogue. But that was very good. I was not expecting it to wow me like this. Caitlin Dever did a great job. She did those little things with her face to really emote. She was doing a great job when it came to that.
She was killing it.
I mean, she was really killing it when it came to emoting, and she was doing those little things with her voice. I mean, when she was talking, she was I mean she wasn't talking of course, but she would make these little noises like little grunts, and like sometimes she'd just be like and like when she would pick something up she would like over exaggerated so you would hear something. So throughout the movies you would hear like little things coming from like her chest, like you would hear her kind of like grunting it and like almost like a oh no, but
you could
like
actually,
it wouldn't be like oh no, but like when she would like you could hear her almost mumbling.
Struggling. Yeah, she would.
Right.
You could feel her actually struggling throughout the entire film, and I think that's what was smart about either it was her choice or the director's choice or whatever. But the way that, like Gabby said, she was overdoing her emotions, but the fact that it's a Quiet Place type film, you have to do that because you're compensating for dialogue. So for her to do that and to do it well, like throughout the entire film, I'm like, I feel it. This is
and keep in mind. Oh yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, and keep in mind in this case, we're comparing it to The Quiet Place in the sense of she had to be quiet. Like the whole movie is no dialogue. Like I think within the movie she says like 5 words.
Yeah, if that.
But no, I think I looked it up. Like she says about 5 words.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. But with it, but You made me lose my train of thought. But she she says about 5 words, but like she doesn't have to be quiet. I think like the situation does not demand silence the way that in The Quiet Place it did.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like in The Quiet Place, they had like an immediate situation where like it demanded silence, whereas here it's a thematic choice. I mean, there it was a thematic choice. Here it is more of a
It was
stylistic choice.
I'd say it's more prevalent in The Quiet Place because the minute you make a sound, they start coming for you. But
that's what I said.
Yeah.
I said it's a thematic choice there, where here's a stylistic choice.
Yeah. I don't know why. My fault.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I think that she was able to make those noises under her breath, whereas like in A Quiet Place, she literally had to like cover her mouth and not be able to make any noise. Where here, she can still make those little noises and over exaggerate, which helped the movie. You know, like you didn't have to worry about those tension lines there. You didn't have to worry about all of that. She was compensating for those other things. You know, she was actually able to make those noises.
And even the way the aliens sounded, it sounded creepy, but not like, I guess you would say, too creepy. Because like even with like when she would make a sound, like you could hear like, I guess their bones or whatever, you could hear, and they would make a like alarm sound or whatever. Not like a meh, meh, but like a
Beedo.
Yeah, but more scary. And her interactions with the aliens was cool too, because it felt like a realistic reaction to when you would see an alien come into your house and be like, the hell, and you start running. She didn't.
Yeah.
There were certain points in the film where I'm just like, why would you go back in the house? And then, you know,
there were certain times where I was like, stop turning around and run. Pick your knees up and run.
Yeah, book it.
But like, she was a runner. She's a runner. She's a track star. I was like, thank you for running though. Like, I was just happy she ran, because some of these people just be and looking, and they just be just looking at me. I don't know what to do.
Right, exactly.
Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I don't know what you want. What do you want? Yeah, what do you want? Like asking the thing that don't speak English. What you want?
Corny freaking line.
What do you want? Please don't hurt me. What do you want from me?
Take everything.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Please, no. What do you want from me? Like,
it was just, yeah.
What do you want from me?
I was thinking that
song. What do you want from me?
I was thinking that song. I was about to sing it, but you beat me to it. Damn. That's the second time today. Damn.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, the way she interacted with the aliens, phenomenal. Even when the alien, there was a certain scene where in the basement, like, she was just sitting under a table, and when she lifted up the covers, the alien was sitting like this and just staring at her. Not in a creepy way, but like, just like, what you sitting down here for? Like, that's the type of vibe you get from the alien. And then she just as soon as she sees him, she just like gets up and be like, ah, and then runs. It was
that'd be me.
That would be me too. I'd be like, oh hell no. Well, first I would throw something at it and then I would run.
But then you had to find something to throw at it. Then that's why she just ran. Because people, they'd just be looking for something to throw at it, and then then turn around, it's gone. Then they run, and then they run into it, then they die.
Yep, sounds about right.
Series of events be looking like that. You're like, wait, where'd it go?
And then boom.
Oh my God!
Now you look stupid. You dead and you look stupid. Then clowned our entire race.
Facts. But yeah, one thing that I think we both agree on this is how it ended. The ending was less
than desirable.
Yeah, they should have ended it sooner because there was a chase scene, and then I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all if y'all decide to watch it, but there's this chase scene at the end, and then she's lying on the ground, and that's where you're just like, okay, cool, I like this resolution. I like this resolution. Okay, cool. Ending scene.
And then it keeps going.
And then it keeps going. Right, and then it keeps going. And you're just like, okay, what more do you want? But okay. And so you
and then it keeps going.
Keeps going. And then and then you end another scene of how it ended in the woods, of how she was laying on the ground, and you think, oh, okay, cool. It ends here. Nope.
And then it keeps going.
It keeps freaking going. And it's like, bruh, come on. It's like when you're in class in high schoolers or just in school and the teacher keeps on rambling, but the clock already says the time that you're supposed to leave and the teacher keeps on rambling.
No, the bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
And I guess in this film, the scene doesn't end. The director tells you when it's going to end, or the writer. It's like, bruh, come on now.
I don't think that joke really worked.
It didn't work. That's why I was going to keep on going.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It wasn't. I knew what you were trying to do,
but it didn't land. It didn't. Anyway, the ending was just
yeah.
It wasn't that good. It wasn't good.
Yeah, the ending was the real problem here, but the overall thought of it was good.
The cinematography was so good too.
Sound design,
cinematography.
Oh,
it was just
costume
pure genius.
Design out of here, because who did those aliens? What was that?
Those makeup artists, man,
fantastic. What was this?
Award-winning costume design, cinematography, and sound design. Hands down.
The sound design was out of here. Out of here.
Yeah.
I don't be doing like period, but period.
I'm not saying it. I refuse to say that. Nope.
But
yeah. I give it a.
But it's available on Hulu, y'all. You should check it out.
Y'all need to check it out.
And if you check it out, definitely let us know what you think about it, because we'd like to know your thoughts. If you check out any of these movies that we talked about, definitely let us know what you think. We definitely want to know.
Leave a comment down below.
And if you think we have crappy opinions of these movies, then definitely let us know. We want to know what your opinions are of our opinions. Exactly. And if we have crappy opinions. Because I actually want to know if you think we have crappy opinions. Harrison might not want to know that, but I want to know.
I mean, I don't mind a healthy debate.
I live for the fire.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, hey, I'll take it. Like if you say, Harrison, all your takes are trash, I'll be like, huh, why is that?
No, you wouldn't. You'd be mad.
I wouldn't be mad. I'd be annoyed, but I'd be like, well, what's your opinion though? Like, what's your take? Because I'll be like, let me give it a chance. But if your opinion is trash, or if your rebuttal is, I just don't like it, just stop.
Yeah, you can't actually say that our opinions are trash and then come back with, I just don't like your opinion, because then
if you give a valid reason, I'll respect it.
Come back with some healthy, like, with a healthy rebuttal, and then We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're not hating on nobody.
Mm-mm.
Maybe somebody.
Quentin Tarantino. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Ooh. So our final movie is The Free Fall, 2021. Now that's what I call music. Anyway, The Free Fall 2021. I gave it a B. I gave it an 8. Or, maybe a 7.9.
Okay.
It's directed by Adam Stillwell. And is written by Kent Harper. With the cast of Shawn Ashmore. That's our boy, the Lamplighter. For those of y'all that have seen The Boys, the boy, the Lamplighter.
Already know.
Andrea Londo and Jane Badler. And it was premiered at Grimfest Film Festival. That's a mouthful. Grimfest Film Festival.
Sounds like what's it called? A tongue twister.
Yeah. October 7th, 2021. But yes. And it's available on Hulu or Tubi. Now, this movie is actually really interesting. I really liked it. I thought it was really interesting. It had, for once, the ending is what really got me.
Mm.
It was really the ending that had me like, this is a good ending. It was a really interesting ending that I didn't expect. And you know me, I can call an ending from a mile away.
We both can.
But but this right here, it had me like, I wasn't really expecting this. And I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I like this. It was one of those where it's like I kind of expected it to all be a dream, but I didn't expect it to be like what it was.
Okay.
It was like one of those where it's like it really gets you in the end, and it's like, that's an interesting take on that, and I really respect it for going there. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Basically, the main character, at this point I forgot what her name was. I'm so sorry. But she goes into a house for her mother and father's wedding anniversary, and she basically sees them get unalived, and she cannot and after that happens, she basically like passes out, right? She's not sure, like, and to the audience, you're not sure if she is also like unalived as well or not, right? Because what she sees is her mother unalive her father, and then her mother self-delete herself.
Damn.
Right.
Sheesh.
So then she wakes up and sees her she wakes up and sees this man, Shawn Ashmore's character, and he basically is like comforting her or whatever, and he is basically saying, are you okay, honey? And he basically tells her that she tried to unalive herself.
Huh?
But
she believes him?
He's also claiming that he's her husband. But at the beginning of the movie, she ain't have no husband. To the viewer's knowledge, at least. she was single. So like,
no, that's
because she wasn't even living in this house that we're in now. Like, so you're like, who is this? And like the whole movie, you're like, Yeah, but you just believe this guy. You just woke up in some bed and you just believe this guy because she loses her whole memory. So like she's just trusting this guy to help her rebuild her memory and whatnot, and you're just like, so you just believe, homie? Like,
Yeah, no,
where
that's
are my
dumb.
records? Where's my social security number? Where's my social security? Like,
Where's the marriage
where am I?
license? Where's the
Cause
paperwork for that?
like,
Where's the wedding cake? I want some wedding cake. Where the hell is that at?
where's the paperwork? Where is my? You don't even gotta show me all of that. Where's my paperwork? Where are the records?
Mm-hmm.
Cause, honey, something ain't adding up. Where are all the pictures? Cause something here ain't adding up.
That's suspicious.
How we married? We ain't got no pictures here.
That's weird.
You over here talking about the day we met. You ain't like, what was our first date? What is our anniversary? What are you talking about? How long we been married? What are you talking about?
Right.
Stop talking. Stop.
Yeah. It's
No.
there's some
Like
fishy going
half
on
the
with that
movie,
one.
I'm like shouting at the screen, and you just believe him? And you just believe him?
I'm
Anybody who
definitely
watches this
watching this.
movie, right? Anybody who watches this movie, just believe me that you'll just be sitting there watching, especially if you black, you just be sitting there like, no, I could never.
Those
I could
instincts always
never.
be kicking in for us.
Cause I could never.
I'd be
Cause you
asking.
really just go, and you believe him?
I'd be asking my
Girl.
friends. Like my close friends. I'd be like, "Hey, bro, what happened? This girl saying that she's my wife. Is that true? Like, what's going on?"
But keep in mind that she didn't have any memories.
Oh, okay, yeah. So she didn't know anybody. Okay, now,
Right.
yeah.
So he's over here trying to help her, like he's building
Like,
up false memories for her. But I'm
mhm.
just like, even if you didn't have any memories, you just woke up in a bed,
And you
and
just
somebody
trust this
said that
person.
right. You just trust the first person that says something to you. Like if I didn't know you anymore, honestly, Harrison, I wouldn't trust you
I mean, hey,
because I
vice
wouldn't know
versa.
you. Like if I don't know you, then why would I off rip trust you? It's like waking
Yeah.
up in my own bed, and I don't know that it's my own bed. My mom come in my room and she telling me I'm your mom. I'm like, prove it.
Right.
How you gonna
Baby
prove to
pictures.
me that
Give
you?
me baby pictures, baby bottles, everything. Give
And
me
then
all of it.
if she can bring me my social security card and be like, what? And I'm like, oh, okay, that's got my name on it. Like she can pull out my ID out of my wallet and be like, here's your ID with your picture on it. And
Yep.
like, and here's your social security number. And like, why would I have access to that if I didn't know who you were? If you didn't live here? Hence my last name being the same as your last name. I'd be like, look, that's good.
Right. Exactly. You're taking the words right out of my mouth. I would be the same. I'd be the same way. I'd be like, "Who are you? What is this room? What is this?
Right. Why this?
Yeah. What is place? Who
So
are you,
yes,
Gabby?"
that's definitely I would definitely say check this movie out. It's definitely a fun ride. It is a slow start, but I definitely would say check it out. It's a slow burn, but check it out. It's definitely fun once you get into it, and definitely start criticizing this girl's choices.
If you have the right
And
instincts,
Shawn
you
Ashmore
are.
is definitely fun to watch in this role.
I'm gonna check it out. Y'all need to check it out.
So, honorable mentions. Some of these are not going to be indie movies, but movies you definitely need to check out. I definitely want to say American Fiction.
Yes.
We happened to see this. We didn't even know it was an early release, but apparently we saw it on an early release.
And
I
it
mean,
was phenomenal.
it was amazing. The whole
Mhm.
theater cracked up. Like we was all like cracking up. It was so good. It's one of the best movies I think I've seen in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, I'll take
Like
it. It's probably
it's
it's
one
the
of the
most funny.
yeah, it's like one of the funniest movies I've seen in a few years. Like that's it's up there. It's one of the funniest movies I've seen in a few years. Like it's up there with We Clone Tyrone. It's up
Facts,
there.
facts, and it's the perfect
It's
representation of. It's a satire. It's a satirical representation of Black people in the entertainment industry, pretty much, of how
facts.
you gotta fake it.
Basically code switch through
Yeah,
like being black in the entertainment industry.
yep, and people
And
falling
it's
for
just
it.
a satirical take on that. And it's so funny.
A plus all around. A plus all
And
around.
it's really like stacked. I mean, it's got Issa Rae, it's got
Jeffrey
Sterling K.
Wright.
Brown, Jeffrey Wright. Um,
Um,
why did I just forget her name? Keith David.
yeah,
Uh, it's just got a little bit of everybody in it.
yeah.
Um, but yes, um, it was just a really funny movie. It like right out the gate, it started off kind of just crazy. I'm talking N-word on the whiteboard.
Yeah, and it was a good representation of how it is today. Because the
You had Jeffrey Wright's character, who's a college professor, had some phrase up there, and it had like the N-word in it,
yeah,
and he was like this white girl that was in his class like raised her hand and she was talking about how it made her uncomfortable that it was up there, and he was like, it doesn't make me uncomfortable.
no, it was the fact that he looked at the board and then looked at her again and said it.
Right. It was like, I'm fine. It
I'm
doesn't
fine,
make me uncomfortable.
and she was just
And she was
like,
like, I don't understand why we have to sit here and like have that up there on the board. I think it really like offends some of us. Like,
and the best line, if not the second best line out of the movie is, I'm gonna call her Sarah. Sarah, if I can get over it, so can you.
the best thing, the best part. That was great. Like, keep in mind, this is the opening scene of the movie. What a great way to set the tone. Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
truly how you set the tone.
Yeah.
From the beginning of the movie, people were already dead. Like, these people are cracking up at like, people are already cracking up because this is hilarious.
My stomach was hurting at some
I
points.
have to sneeze. Oh my god.
You might
It's not coming. It's not coming out. It's not going to come out. Okay.
pineapple.
False sneeze. It's a false sneeze.
I hate those.
It's stuck. Oh my god. Sorry, y'all. The sneeze got stuck in my nose.
We all
But
can
yes,
relate.
yeah. Um, it's a Oh, sorry, it's that sneeze.
It was
But
just really good. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
okay, apparently I don't have to sneeze. It's a great movie. It was hilarious. The comedic timing was great. The more emotional stuff was really good. It just did a great job.
And it hit you in the feels, emotional wise, like in like fairly towards the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like how to set a tone in a movie with the balance of comedy and emotion. It was perfect
It did a
in my
great
opinion.
job. Yeah.
Like I didn't have any qualms with it. There wasn't anything bad about it.
It was a
Like,
great length. It did a good job. Wasn't counting the minutes at all.
mm-hmm.
Unlike the new Hunger Games movie, where we were like,
Oh
even
my
though it was like
gosh.
what, like 2 hours, an hour and a half, whatever it was,
No, it
it
was
was
2. I think it was 2. I think it was 2 hours, maybe 2.5, maybe.
Oh yeah, we were counting the minutes in that. That was
Mm-hmm.
booty flakes right there. And I love the Hunger
Booty
Games
crack.
series, but that was a bad movie.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, American Fiction. Y'all need to support it. Jeffrey Wright kills it. Everybody in the movie kills it.
Tracy
Great
Ellis
character.
Ross.
Tracy Ellis Ross. Character development was on point. Just phenomenal.
Great.
A plus.
And it has a big like highlight on white people supporting black people doing ratchet things.
Mm-hmm. That's the the satirical thing of it is it was actually like this stuff works. Like it was a great representation of today.
Yeah. That was just one of my favorite parts. Like I think that was like the main thing that made me want to watch it. Like the first trailer I saw of it was the one of Issa Rae reading the excerpt of her book. It was like she was at a press conference for her book, and the white lady that she was talking to, she was like, and will you read an excerpt of your book? And she was like, yes, of course, I'll do that. And she just opens the book and she was like, Nene, are you pregnant again? Girl, you can't be talking about your girl, you can't be pregnant by that boy again. You can't be talking about that mess again. And she just break out like that. And then she like just closes up the book.
And then the crowd roars. And the crowd roars. Like, oh my god.
The white lady just goes, that was great. Thank you.
And Jeffrey Wright is standing like in the middle of the auditorium listening to this. And when everybody gets up and applauds, the crowd is in front of him, so you can't see him, and you just have to see this blank face on him, like, what the hell did I just hear? What kind of ratchet, god awful trash is this?
Because her book had been blowing up, so he finally that's why he went to this press conference. It's just hilarious. The timing of it all is just hilarious.
Yeah. American Fiction, y'all.
Definitely go see it. Do you have any honorable mentions, Harrison?
Let me see my list. No, I think that's it.
Okay, then I think that we are done. I think that we are done. Yeah, I think we're done.
We're done. We hope y'all enjoyed.
So, yeah.
We hope y'all enjoyed.
We hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. We're finally posted our first video on YouTube. So please check us out on YouTube if you want to see our faces and hopefully don't think we're ugly.
Yes, please.
Please follow us on YouTube, Facebook, because we finally have one.
Yep.
Twitter, Instagram.
Yep.
Did I mention everything? I don't know.
You mentioned everything. Make sure y'all comment.
All of our socials. Let's just say all of our socials because we finally have all of them except for TikTok. That's a disease. I'm sorry.
We might later down the line might post clips there. We'll see.
Yeah, once we start getting clips, we'll probably get a TikTok.
We're very divided about TikTok. I don't mind it, but Gabby really doesn't like it. But hey, marketing's marketing. But hey,
please follow us on all of our socials.
Follow us on all our socials. Make sure y'all comment down below for other topics for our up and coming videos. Tell us what you think about this one, what you like, what you don't like. Also tell us what your favorite indie film is that we didn't maybe pick out. But yeah, we shall see you next week. Keep y'all popcorn hot, man. Nice and buttery and salty.
Not too salty. You don't want to get hypertension.
Exactly. We got too much.
Drink lots of water. Please.
Please.
Have a good day
We love
and
y'all.
week.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.